Welcome back, folks. I was out here grading this pond and digging up dirt with the excavator, and that's going to be a whole separate video or 2 or 3 videos because there's a lot of work I've been doing here for a couple of weeks. But I wanted to pause for a minute and make a video about how to grade on a slope. Now, this is a pretty steep slope, and I wasn't able to go sideways with it to fill in these washouts or these ruts from erosion going down the hill. So I was kind of perplexed with how I'm going to get that dirt to fill in those ruts, because I already have this berm here and it's limiting my up and down motion. I got plenty of videos on the channel here that show how I go up and down the steep banks of this pond, and when you're going straight down and straight up, it's really not a problem. It feels bad in the tractor seat, but it's not that bad. But here I was in a little dilemma because I'm kind of backed up against this berm and I got to fill in all of these holes. So what I did was I got the tractor the way it is now, up and down like I talked about, where I can go towards the pond and away from the pond pretty easily, but it still kind of binds me in that area. So what I'm doing is I'm going down and grabbing dirt and backing up and dumping the dirt over the uneven ground and then forward blading it and back blading it. But I thought it would make an interesting video, so here you go. This is the L3901, a 40 horsepower Kubota, hydrostatic drive, and it's in low gear, and it's all it can do to back up that hill with that load of dirt in the bucket. I don't know how much that dirt weighs. It's a little wet, so it's pretty heavy, but I'm using traction control, so I'm using the lever by your left foot to lock in my rear differential so that I have both back tires and at least one front tire trying to help me up the hill. Okay, so that worked out pretty good, but I do want to say I don't know if Kubota would recommend taking an L-series tractor or any of their tractors down a slope and doing what I did, but that's the tool I have between the excavator and that tractor. That's the tool I have to get the job done, and I felt safe doing it. Before I end this video, let me say, if you don't feel safe on slopes like this, then just don't do it. It's not worth it. I've got a lot of time on the L-series, 1,400 hours on the L-series. I got a lot of time on slopes. But I am going to tell you, I'm sweating because it's warm, but I'm also sweating because that's nerve-wracking. You're still on a slope, you're still uneasy, and I don't know if the camera caught it, but down at the bottom when I took a scoop, I couldn't come back up the hill with it because the front tires were in some wet sand. So I had to dump the bucket that I had full and then use the bucket to pry myself out and come up the hill. So know the limitations, not only of yourself, but also of the tractor. I knew that that was an all-stop situation. There was no sense trying to, engage any more tires and come up the hill. It was time to just drop that load and get out of there and reassess and take another bite or another stab at it. So that's what I did. Try to play it safe. I'm out here by myself. If I get stuck, it's on me. It's hard to drive two vehicles and pull one out. Only do things you're comfortable with, but know that these Kubota Compact Tractors are very, very capable, and they can probably do a lot more than you envision that they could ever do. And it's up to you to determine your comfort level and see if you can push that tractor to the limit. But that tractor is no worse for the wear, and I got a lot of work done. I didn't have to hire anybody to do it, and it was done on my time. So hopefully you liked today's video. If you did, please click that like button. It really helps out our channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribing is 100% free, and share with your friends. Stay tuned for the rest of this series. It's either already posted or about to get posted, and we're finally gonna get this pond bank the way we wanted it. Otherwise, that's all I've got. Take care out there.